Well, hello guys, PokePlayer, and today I'm back for another Wi-Fi battle, and this is an Ubers battle against Jack, aka Just WiFi. Yes, it's Just WiFi. He changed his names a lot lately, so it is Just WiFi, I believe. So check him out, cool YouTuber, definitely. He's been on the channel a few times, and this is a Ubers battle. It is my first Ubers battle. And it is a lot of fun, and it is a great battle as well. I actually skipped a little bit of the battle because it was quite a long one, 37 turns to be specific. But it was a really cool one and definitely worth the watch, so check it out. So now my opponent leads off with the Arceus God. And I took a long time actually figuring out which Arceus it is, but I found out that it was a ground Arceus. So I wanted to go for a Hydro Pump, see how much it would do. But Arceus is extremely bulky. It did just about 60%, 70%. And he goes for the Judgment, which is normal type. But I do leave it on 21 HP because Greninja is frail. But it is a starter, so it's not extremely frail. So now I predicted another one or a extreme speed to come my way. So I decided to go into the Landorus. And unfortunately enough, he goes into the... you know what it is, a Ferrothorn. So I just U-turn out, wanted to get a little bit of damage off. Luckily enough he is not Iron Barb's Rocky Helmet. And I switch out back into this thing knowing that he will set up its rocks. Because he saw that I did not have a spinner, but I do have a defogger. But as well I wanted to just get off some damage. So right now I go for the Hidden Power Fire, which I have on this thing. And my opponent did not see that coming, and that means that is a kill on my Greninja, so that's great. I do live it on 7 HP. I could have preserved this guy, thinking about it, but he switches actually in his Diancie, while I go for the Ice Beam because I was figuring that he would maybe double switch out. But it doesn't really matter at all. It still does good damage, but I still don't really figure out why he didn't Mega Evolve at that turn and why he switched this thing in, because I could have just killed it with a Hydro Pump. So now I make an extremely stupid play, forgetting that Mega DLC actually has Magic Bounce, which sucks a lot. So I went for the Stealth Rocks, but I totally forgot it. Luckily enough my opponent already had Stealth Rocks on the field, so it didn't really matter. And he goes for the Diamond Storm, I mean the Moonblast. I do take it quite nicely, so that's a great thing. So now my opponent goes for another Moonblast. And I decided to just go for a Night Chain, get some damage off, knowing that it will go down if I had something left. But unfortunately enough, it is not enough, and he kills me off with another one. I could have gone for the Recover thinking about it, but it doesn't matter that much. It's really cool to see the Deoxys actually. So now I go to my Kangaskhan, knowing that I can actually take any one hit. And I Mega Evolve going for the Fake Out, but look at this. My opponent actually has to Protect on the Diancie, but that's fair enough. It is at a lower amount of HP, so I just went for the Sucker Punch, playing it safe, and luckily enough, my opponent stayed in and went for an attack, so that means that the Diancie is down. Mega Diancie is down. So now my opponent switches into the Yveltal, and that is a problem because it is quite a bulky mon. So I switched it to my Arceus Fairy to sponge that, and he actually goes for the Taunt, but that doesn't really matter. I do have Command and Recover on this one, but it doesn't really matter. So now I just played it safe, went for the Judgment, and he saw that coming and switched into the Resisted Ho-Oh, which is a really powerful mon in Ubers as well. It does absolutely nothing. It has the Regenerator, so Brave Birds and Stealth Rocks are not that bad on it. So now I switch into my ZAPDOS, knowing that it will probably go for the Brave Bird, and knowing that my defensively built ZAPDOS is able to take at least 2 of those, which it doesn't because of the crit. So that was really unfortunate. So right here I thought, okay, I lost my ZAPDOS, but luckily enough I'm actually faster than a Ho-Oh. I just underestimated the speed of the Ho-Oh, but he actually switches out either way. So now I go for the Roost. Just wanted to let my ZAPDOS live because it was really important to actually get off my Stealth Rocks. I mean, get rid of the Stealth Rocks on the field, and I think that's what I do right now. Or did I just... yes, I think I defogged. Oh, I froze, and I was really salty, but luckily enough I do manage to thaw out on the first turn and get off my defog. ZAPDOS being a really good mon in the Ubers tier, which is perfect. So now I actually decided to switch out because I thought that it might be necessary to keep my ZAPDOS around, and it would have been a close one, but my opponent actually goes for the recover. Which is kind of fortunate, because that means the god is still in the battle, which is a bummer. So now I just played it safe, went for the fake out, I believe. Yes, that's what I did. Double fake out, and it does absolutely nothing. So that actually tells me that the Yveltal is defensively built, and here I make a stupid play. Well, I don't really know what Uber's Pokemon do, so I just went for the power up punch, thinking that I could outplay this, but then my opponent shows a special move, which is the foul play. And that was really harsh. I actually needed the Kangaskhan for some months, and that was not the case. So that means my Kangaskhan is down, and I don't know if it's really a thing most people run, but I just decided to go for the roost right here. My opponent goes for the sucker punch. Don't really, yeah, it was quite obvious that I went for the roost, but he probably wanted to get just a little bit extra damage off onto my ZAPDOS, and after that switch out or sack his Yveltal off. But I decided to keep my ZAPDOS around for a bit more time, because it is quite necessary. So now I'll go to the Landers. Not totally sure why. Maybe I predicted the switch of him, which he does. Do I have the right switch? No, I don't really have the right switch. I don't know why I switched it to the Landers, but it doesn't matter. So now I can just U-turn out of there, do a ship little amount of damage. I'm actually a Scarf Landers, if you didn't notice that quite yet. And I go to my own Arceus, and now it's an Arceus matchup. Oh yeah, I U-turned out of there because I knew he had the Ice Beam. So now he goes back into the Ho-Oh, as I just played it safe once again, go for the Judgment, because I wanted to get some damage off. He has a really great core of Ho-Oh, Arceus, Ground, and whatchamacallit, and the Yveltal, Arceus Ground resisting the electric type moves, actually being immune to that. And right here I'm just outstalling him a bit with the recover. I was hoping that he wouldn't get a crit or something like that, and after this I decided to switch it to my ZAPDOS. But right here he goes for one more Brave Bird, and I knew he would actually switch out after this because he wanted to get his regenerator off. He was really close, but he decides to stay in, switch out I mean, and he goes into his own god, while I just go for a Judgment right here. Figure that it will kill after the recoil, but that means the god is not in a great range, and luckily enough I am able to outspeed it. So that means I can get a little bit more damage off to the god as he goes for the Ice Beam, but now he is in an kill range, which is even better. So now I could go to my Landorus, finish this one off with a U-turn I believe, or maybe I went for the no, I went for the U-turn just to, if he might have switched out, I do get some switch initiative. So that is great. My Landorus is still around, and I got rid of his core, so that means my ZAPDOS can go ham, because he doesn't have anything to immune my ZAPDOS anymore, which is perfect. So now here is the Latios, and luckily enough he goes for the Psy Shock and not the Psy Kick, because I am defensively built, but I get the power, which kind of mattered. Thinking about it, it would not have mattered that much, but right here I switch out knowing that he has the Psy Shock and knowing that my Landorus can take that. But he actually paralyzes at this point, so I'm not totally sure if I would have taken a Psy Shock. I do think I would have been able to, but I get off my knockoff, which is perfect. So now my opponent actually switches into the Yveltal, and as you guys saw, he actually ran the Soul Dew, which is not banned from Ubers, but banned from OU. It is a item which boosts Latios, his defense and his special attack. I mean, special defense and special attack by 1.5, making it a really overpowered mod. So that's why it was banned from OU. So he goes for the foul play, and I just decided to roost. Well, I decided to T-Bolt right here, getting some damage off, and after that, predicting his Sucker Punch, going for the roost, checking if he would actually fall for that. And I don't know if he does quite yet, we'll see. And he actually does, so that's great. Now I'm able to get my health back up, and after that go for another ruse. No, I don't think I go for another ruse. I just decided to T-bolt right here, knowing that the sucker punch won't do that much damage because I am defensively built, which helped me out so much in this battle. So as you guys can see, it doesn't do that much, even though it's stabbed from a Veltal. And from this range, my ZAPDOS is not able to take a whatchamacallit, a little. I am not able to take it out with a T-bolt, by the way. I thought I would, but he goes for the Sacred Fire. Doesn't kill, it does kill me, and that means it is my last. I'm down to my last mon, which is my Landorus, but it is carved. No way he can outspeed me from this range, and I am at full health with an Intimidate, so that means this knockoff is definitely going to kill. And that was an amazing and really long game against Jack Just WiFi. Once again, check him out. If you guys want to see more US battle, challenge me or just let me know. And then I'll see you guys in my next video.